I'm Dan Ackerman, and we are here taking a look at the HP Spectre XT. All those words together, what do they mean? Well, it indicates that this is part of HP's higher end line. It used to be the Envy was the highest end, then they added the Spectre, and the XT is some sort of additional modifier on top of that, and you get various combinations of Envy and Spectre and XT. This is the Spectre XT. I think the XT stands for extra thin or something like that, because this is a very slim laptop, especially when you consider it's a 15-inch laptop with a Core i7 processor and a full 1920 by 1080 display. Now, this is a pretty high-end system. It's $1299. You can go a little bit more or a little bit less depending on how you configure it, even though for that expensive price you don't get some of the high-end extras I'd like to see, like maybe a slot-loading optical drive. I've certainly seen them crammed into systems just about as thin as this, or discrete graphics, or even a full SSD hard drive. This has got a regular 500 gig hard drive with a 32 gig SSD cache, which is becoming increasingly common. That's a good way to get a lot of storage space in a laptop, but still have it qualify as an Intel Ultrabook, which requires a certain amount of SSD storage. The keyboard is very similar to what we've seen on other recent HP systems. It's got kind of the rounded corners on the keys at the four extreme corners here. It's backlit, which is nice. The touchpad is also the recent HP style. It really stands out from other laptop brands in that it's a flat touchpad, but it's in sort of this big indented moat in a way. I kind of like the design. It makes it a little bit difficult to deal with if you're doing off-the-edge moves to control Windows 8, but you shouldn't have to worry about that too much because this is a touch screen, just like pretty much any new Windows 8 laptop should be. One interesting note about this laptop, it's one of the few non-Apple laptops we've seen with a Thunderbolt port. Now, if you want to get a bigger 15-inch screen in Windows 8 with a touchscreen, you could certainly go way down to $600 or $700 or $800 to get something that's perfectly nice, probably not as thin or with the same high resolution. But if you want to go super high-end like this, there are very few candidates. This is maybe a good alternative, a less expensive alternative to the 15-inch Apple Retina MacBook Pro, although that system, of course, has a much higher resolution and discrete graphics. That's what you're giving up here. I'm Dan Ackerman, and that is the HP Spectre XT TouchSmart 15.